Hey guys, and welcome to this video on a game called Leap of Fate. This is a roguelike, and it is very promising. So I'm going to hop in as Aeon here, and you can see his description with his skills and everything. You can see his story, he has various cutscenes with possible endings effectively where you can see what happened to him. And I'm going to be hopping into a normal game. This game, first of all, is very difficult, and the premise is pretty damn cool because it kind of mixes a mission-based structure, a top-down sort of shooter where you shoot around enemies, with a card system. So that's my mission now. I need to overcome a challenge card and level 2 mission. Well, I'll get into missions later because obviously you have no idea what the game is about yet. The game is split into 6 levels, and each level is essentially a deck of cards. So bear with me, I know it sounds complicated so far. Somewhere in this deck of cards is a guardian, and if I beat that guardian, I can go on to the next level. So I need to start at the top and gradually turn over the other cards, and the top card is a combat one, with 2 skulls of difficulty and a big reward. So if I hop into this, you can see I zoom into the card, and here I will be playing as my character, and I can shoot at the enemies. It's going to be fairly easy. That being said, I did take a point of damage because I forgot what teleport was. Teleport is a powerful skill, which I can activate by pressing space. I'll teleport through enemies and I will damage them. It can be very useful for dodging enemy bullets. And there you can see I got a chest which will give me loads of mana, and I got some health back. Then I can teleport out the card. So each card is going to be very fast paced. Here you can see I have a choice between going to the shop or upgrading. So if I click on upgrade, you can see I can upgrade one of my passive skills, and then you can get the character's passive skill tree, which, as you can see, there's a lot here, and this is just one of 3 skill trees out of 4 characters. So if I upgrade this, basic attacks have a chance to drop mana. Mana is your currency, so effectively money. And then third eye is I see through an extra row of face down cards. So basically I can see what the cards are going to be before turning them over. I like the idea of more mana personally, so I'll upgrade that. And that is that upgrade card used, so I can move on to the next one, which is a challenge card. Challenge cards, you have to complete level in a certain way, otherwise you fail the challenge and get nothing. So I need to kill the marked enemy last. The challenge obviously changes every time, and it can be something from kill enemies with teleports to taking no damage, that sort of thing. So you can see the marked enemy there. I don't want to kill him. I want to kill everything else first, and that car will explode if I trigger it, so I don't want to shoot that car in case it kills him by accident. But I'll teleport through here so I can get round him. I teleported over him by accident, so I failed the challenge. So that kind of sucked. You see the Guardian could be there, or there. So if I go here, it will unlock those 2 cards. I don't really care about the 3 difficulty for a big reward. I'd rather have no reward for easy difficulty. So I do, as well as the teleport, I have a powerful bolt skill which I can fire by right clicking. And you might be asking, why aren't you just spamming your skills? They're obviously powerful, and they don't have a cooldown. Ooh, a mystery. It costs a key to unlock this, but I don't know what it will be. Right, let's unlock it. I have 2 keys, and this will give me a... Ooh, this is a deck of fate modifier, so if I go back to the deck now, I have access to a modifier, and this modifier will reveal the Guardian's location, so I can use that whenever I want, if I want to stop wasting my time. But basically I've gone down this path, this led nowhere, dead end. So now I want to go down this path. So I can go to the shop, and I can see what's available here. I've got a glyph charge, which means I can cast my spells more often, buy some keys, or I can buy some keys. What is that economy? I'm sorry. 2 keys for 105 mana, or 3 keys for 100 mana. The game balance is off, developers, terrible game. But yeah, going to the shop, easy, and now I can move on to the next card, which is just a simple combat one. You start this mission with combat modifier. So I can start this with no glyph charges. Glyph charges is what I was about to explain. I can skip it, or I can accept. You know what, I'll accept. This just means I can't cast any spells. That being said, I could technically cast a spell, but it will cost me energy. And using energy is ideally you want to save your energy for the later levels where it gets more difficult. So I'll break it down just to explain. I won't go into this yet, otherwise I'll get distracted. You have 2 spells. You have teleport. Every time you teleport when a mission is active, you will use a charge, like that. And then when you get down to 4 charges, I could still use it, but it will use some energy. And energy is an expendable resource. And then there's my right click, which is there, and I completely forgot there was another wave of enemies, otherwise I wouldn't have wasted teleports. There's my right click as well, which is the powerful bolt ability, and that has a separate amount of charges. And every time you click on a new card, you will get a new load of charges. So think of it this way, unless I upgrade them, every card I click on I can use 4 teleports and I can use 4 bolts. There we go, I'm at the Guardian of this level, which is effectively the boss battle, so if I just clear this wave, I'll teleport through these guys so that their attacks don't hit me. Then I'll run on this glyph to trigger the next wave of enemies, which will include the Guardian, the boss of this level. So if I throw a few powerful bolts, I did accidentally use my energy there, because I clicked it one too many times, but now I can just teleport through him to kite his attacks whilst firing bolts at him. So generally I'm not playing that well right now, like I shouldn't be getting hit as much as I am, because honestly this level is the easiest. I'll go here to trigger the cutscene, which will reveal the story and go on to the next level, and then I can choose a reward for completing this deck of cards. So, ooh, Shadow Walk is replaced with a jump, dealing damage upon landing. Or Magical Punch. Okay, so that is a new spell. Magical Punch, 2 creatures via hit and melee killing a creature counts as a special kill, or once I lose health, I do more damage. I really like the idea of having a dragon jump, so I'm going to augment my teleport and it now will do this. Sort of does a jump AoE attack on where I land. So now I'm on level 2, and there are going to be a lot of modifiers. The decks are going to get bigger, every level you're going to get more cards which you need to go down, and obviously the enemies are going to get more difficult. And as you may have worked out, each playthrough of this game is going to be short. Like, going through these levels, it might seem like, oh, you're doing it fast, you can probably complete the game in half an hour, and honestly you can, but the difficulty isn't in endurance, it's in skill, because it is going to get very difficult. And on the later levels, I'm not going to be doing as well as I am now. I'm going to be struggling a lot. And unless I get the right kind of upgrades, and unless I get loads of mana, and unless I generally have a powerful skill set, then I'm not going to be able to deal with those enemies. So I've been trying to avoid doing it at this point, but it is very similar to Binding of Isaac in that regard, and as I said, I've been trying to avoid comparing it to that. But in Binding of Isaac, you get a variety of random upgrades. In this you have a little more control over which upgrades you get, because obviously you can choose, but the ones you're going to be offered are random. So in that sense it's similar to Nuclear Throne with the mutation system. You generally know which upgrades are available, but you don't know when they're going to be available to you, so you kind of need to pick what's best for you at the situation. And then every playthrough, I'm going to go for the challenging one here, seeing as there's a reward. Your glyph produces random effects each activation. So every time I use my right click, my spell, the powerful Shadow Bolt, it's going to do something different. Okay, and I have no idea what half of these are. This is like, it's just completely randomized what I do when I right click. I kind of don't trust that, because I might do something, but it's fun. Like, I have no idea what half of those did, but I don't know, I managed to kill a few enemies, so obviously I was using a different spell every time, and there are a lot of different spells you can get. And obviously there's 4 different characters as well. Each character starts with different modifiers, like each character has a different teleport, a different right click. Ooh, I have found the Guardian already. What's my other mission for this? Missions are completely optional, but they will unlock you more things across all your playthroughs, which is how it's a roguelike. Or roguelite rather. Oh, come a challenge card. I don't want to really hunt for a challenge card, so I'll go for the upgrade. And this is giving me the option to augment one of my attacks, so here's my attack skill tree. I can go down 2 paths. Quick Temper is the Magical Punch one. Oh, okay, so this one, that is an augment of the basic attack, it's not actually a separate glyph, like I said earlier. Or when I lose health, more damage. I kind of want to go for the Quick Temper, so the powerful Magic Punch. Alright, let's upgrade, that's only 250 mana. But, ooh, and I managed to get a gift as well, which is basically just 3 upgrades, so I got 2 energy, health, and a key from that. So I'll go back to the Binding of Isaac comparison. In Binding of Isaac, ooh, I did also get the gear. Alright, every level you get random cards, and you have a chance to find a gear which is hidden in every level. And this gear will basically give you a free bonus, which you get to pick. So I can get a gift, an upgrade, or a glyph being a spell. So I kind of want to get a new spell, because I don't like my right click right now. So yeah, I'll go for the glyph, and then I can show you an example of one of the new spells. So if I pick this up, it will give me Infernal Device. So if I teleport back to the hub, then I click up here, you can see these are the glyphs I have. So that was Shadow Bolt, the first one I had, and then I can equip this one instead, which is a time bomb on a target creature dealing splash damage. So just with all these cards, all these modifiers, these gears, these glyphs, and these skills, you can, and the different characters, you can just see how much variety there is to this game. And as I said, the playthroughs aren't going to last that long, and I'm just going to teleport past there because I was in a tricky situation there. They're not going to last that long, so every playthrough you're going to have is going to be dramatically different. And across these playthroughs, a really nice system that they have. One second, I'm going to plant 3 time bombs on this guy and see what that does. But 1, 2, 3. I don't know if they stack, but there you go. Yeah, they're going to explode now and do a fair amount of damage. I'll jump back and forth, and I'm going to jump again because there's a missile after me. And now I'm out of teleports, and I'm out of glyphs. So I just need to avoid his attacks instead. Those missiles are bloody persistent. And there we go, boss killed. Got his health, got his mana. And did I? No, that's just some more health. So now I can move on to the 3rd level. But a really nice system that I think they have is... I will finish a sentence eventually, I swear. Set enemies on fire when shadow walking through them. I like the sound of that. Or upon landing, become invulnerable and move faster. I kind of want to set enemies on fire, to be honest, when I teleport past them. So there we go, 3rd level. So another system is basically what these missions are for. Every time you complete a mission, you unlock progress in what I'm going to call the metagame. So you can unlock upgrades for your characters. So every time you start a playthrough as that character, he will have a new skill, or he'll be more powerful. So every playthrough, it's not just a waste. You're not trying to get as far as you can. Every playthrough you are actually gaining something. And you are making progress in that you're making your character stronger. And I really like that, because that's something that is lacking in, say, Binding of Isaac, where obviously you unlock items which add to the drop pools, but you're not starting with anything else. Well, I suppose there is the exception of, like, the loss now starts with a mantle when you complete a certain challenge and things like that, but as a general rule, oh, these enemies are pretty difficult. I've only got 1 HP left. I've only got 1 teleport too. I've now got 2 HP, but please be something good in this chest. This is my last key. Health? Okay, I did get some health and just some mana. So, yeah, Binding of Isaac, it's generally every playthrough you start on the same level, whereas this you generally get more powerful, and I know some people might not prefer that, but I personally prefer it. Right, I kind of want to make use of these, because if I just die, I'm going to use my progress. So I'm going to reveal the Guardian's location. He's down there, so I can skip over this combat challenge, because right now I don't feel up to it. And then I can either go for a sacrifice, where I give up HP for an item, or I can go for a 2 difficulty combat. And 2 difficulty combat is what I'm going to be doing. So the mission system is really cool as well, because the missions are randomized, and it means, like, you don't complete missions by getting kills, you complete missions by playing a particular way, or playing skilled. So that means every playthrough you're kind of playing differently, not just because you've got a different skill set, but also because there's different reasons to. Jesus Christ. Right, I'm going to shadow through those enemies, I'm going to set a time bomb on him, and I need to kill this sarcophagus thing. I'm going to set a time bomb. Oh, the laser beams are coming in. I'm going to jump to him, and I jumped in his laser beam. So yeah, that's that playthrough done. I can use a continue for that resource, which I collected, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give up so I can show you all the metagame stuff. So as you can see, I completed 1 mission, which means I've now got 4 missions completed. There's all my score and my stats. But now if I go back to this character's page, these are the upgrades I got so far. So like, the first upgrade, when I shadow walk through enemies, it damages them. Second upgrade was just a damage increase to my basic attacks. My 3rd upgrade actually unlocked a new character, and then you can see, like, you get gradually more and more powerful when you unlock all of these. So say the last upgrade, if I complete 14 missions, I can re-roll shots. And then obviously, depending on the outcome, you can get different endings as well, and you can see their stories, and you can get new outfits. And then if I go back to character selection and go to Big Mo, you'll see he has a completely different set of upgrades that you can get through missions. So not only is there an incentive to keep playing, but there's an incentive to keep playing through each character. And like Big Mo's skills, he can create a bait, which is really damn useful as his space ability. And then he has an arcane grenade as his right click ability, so his glyph. But yeah, I think I've covered what there is to this game now. And it's damn difficult. It's good. You can get through an entire playthrough in a short amount of time because it's difficult, and when you do well, you do really damn well. In my first playthrough as Aeon, I got to mission 6 and I got halfway down the deck of cards and I felt so damn good because of it. It's really satisfying, basically. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in this game. Obviously I'll have a link to the store page in the description below if you want to buy it on Steam. And it is, by the time this video goes up, it will be released actually, because currently I'm under an embargo not to release this until the game has been released. And obviously this is a press copy, so this is currently a preview build. A couple of things might be changed or tweaked. But yeah, this is me, Evans with Z11. Please rating if you enjoyed the video and let me know what you thought of the game. I personally think it's great. This is me, Evans with Z11. I've already said that. This is me out. Peace.